Hello, it's Mother Oracle again. Back in my car. I've got my windows down, so if my hair starts going crazy, blowing all over the place, since I don't have an up in a bun today, we may have to deal with that. We'll see what happens. I thought today, because I haven't really gone into that much just straight spirituality. I've been more talking about my upbringing and my parents and my life a little bit. So I thought maybe today I just talk about cleansing your aura, what you can do to just, this is a basic class, let's say, in how to make you and your surroundings feel better. So whether you feel drained, whether your house is making you worry because possible that you believe that there are spirits there, or just maybe things are happening in your life that you're not happy with. So what I want you to do is just listen, take it in, absorb it all, figure out what would work for you, and then put those things into practice and see if it does change your environment, if it changes your outlook on life, if things start to improve, if you can actually see an improvement. I would love you to leave me comments and let me know if you put any of these things into practice and if they work for you. Again, please subscribe, hit the bell, please share, please like, do all those things that you can do to help make this a successful channel. And I promise to keep sharing and to keep putting, I've got a lot of stuff to say. I've always had a lot of stuff to say. So you will benefit from it. Others will benefit from it. And if nothing else, I will just enjoy myself talking about all these things and sharing my life, and the people who see it will then, wonderful. And that's all I can say, is this is just something that I have needed to do, and I hope that it does truly help at least one person. That's always been my goal, is if one person can really benefit from everything I share on this channel and in my life in general, then I am that much happier. So cleansing your aura, cleansing the house, it's called different things. So let's start with a basic. Some of you may have heard about feng shui. I can go into another video about feng shui, but that's not what this one's going to be about. But one of the tenets there is, one of the main things about it is that you need to purposely put things places and touch those items, which means dusting those items. It means giving them love, taking care of your environment. So I'm just gonna say, like, if your house, if your room, wherever it is you are that you have control of, okay, in your life, take care of it. Love it, cleanse it, organize it, clear it. Those are some of the basic things to begin with. You have to, there's channels on YouTube, different people that talk about organizing and cleansing and ridding yourself of things. I've always likened it to a plant, roses, for instance. If you've got a rose bush and it blossoms and you have all these beautiful blossoms and you want more blossoms, you want more of these gorgeous flowers, right? If you let those flowers die while they're on the plant, and never cut them off. Never get rid of them, never cut them, to allow for new growth to happen, eventually your plant will stop putting out blooms. That is usually what occurs. So, or bugs will happen, and you will have infestations of creatures that you do not want on your plant. So you need to prune your flowers and in order to get new growth, same thing, to create an environment that is going to give you new, beautiful, flowering things in your life, positive energy. You need to prune. You need to cut away the old, whether it be items, people, just in general, garbage, things you don't need anymore in your life. Okay? So, and we can go into some of that on another video. But right now, back to the house and the little things that you can do. Okay? So, if you need help with organizing, I'm actually going to be organizing my craft closet soon. So when I go to do that, I'm going to bring you guys along. Before I start doing maybe the craft projects, I might just organize. And I've got little craft things here and there all over the place. So hopefully that video will help you guys, the way that I think of organizing and the process I go through. And I know sometimes there's emotional issues related to organizing. Trust me, I've been called a hoarder by my family. I don't think they would call me that anymore because I have finally released a lot. And I have to say that actually the lockdown in 2020, actually, and the idea that it wasn't going anywhere. So I had time. And so I took that opportunity to go through all the paperwork that I had been carrying from one house to another house to another house, or to an apartment, to whatever. All this paperwork that I've had and I've been collecting my whole life, I finally had the opportunity to go through that. And then because we were moving into a house from an apartment, I basically had to pare down all my things. And so it caused me to look at everything again with a new eye. And this is what I need you to do. Even if you're not moving, you're living in your house, you're living in a room, if it's your bedroom that you have control over, whatever it might be, please know you have control. So what you need to do is look at the items, look at the things you have, and decide what you love. Decide what brings you joy, okay? Decide what you want to keep. If you have to, if you have to put things in a bin and store them away for a future date because you love that item and you want to keep it no matter what, then freaking keep it. Nobody's telling you to get rid of stuff that you don't want to get rid of. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying clear the area. I'm saying organize it, clean it, dust it, make sure it's beautiful, that it is pleasant to your eyes, that it is pleasant to your heart, that it is pleasant to your mind. Because if the place you live in is unorganized, is cluttered, it can sometimes lead to a cluttered mind. It's not that it leads to a cluttered mind. A cluttered mind might lead to your environment being cluttered. And conversely, I believe that's the right word, conversely, when you unclutter your environment, it may lead to uncluttering your mind. So if you would like peace of mind, live in a peaceful environment is what I would say. So this is the first. Dust, or organize, prune, give stuff away to the Salvation Army or Goodwill. Give stuff away to other people, family members who want it. Not that you force it or thrust it upon anyone. But there are many people out there who are in need and would love some things maybe that you have that you no longer have need for or no longer have a place for. So release is what I would say. And then, put things where it's pleasant to you. And we'll talk about scrapbooking, junk journaling. That's going to be, again, one of the very first creative events I'm going to do, because with all my organizing and all my going through paperwork, I discovered I have so many things, little bits and bobs, tickets from things I'd gone to years ago. Any of those little things that you want to keep them, but organize them, just so I can share. I put all those little things. I bought, the plastic, they're just like dividers, not dividers necessarily, but to put like a piece of paper in to put it in a 3-ring binder. So what I discovered was that you can buy some of those. They have the top sealed. Some of them have little, like, almost like a ziplocky thing that goes across the top, or you can get them to enter from the side. You can get them that's a little thicker. It's amazing. So go to like a store that you have near you and look for these things if you have the money. If you don't, then organize them in little boxes or in little bag, whatever it is you have to do. Right on the outside, make sure you know what that is in there. If this is something important to you that you want to keep, make sure it is marked that way. And for now, if you have to stick it away on the top of a closet shelf, whatever it is, do it. And I can tell you, I have multiple binders that I have done this to. Multiple things that have all my stuff in it that I'm not ready to get rid of yet. And I intend on doing something with them. And just so you understand, it's the intention. Is it stuff that's important to you? Is it stuff that will remind you of something, a wonderful time in your life? If it is, either take a picture of it. Sometimes you have things like, honestly, when my daughter was young, she had so many stuffed animals. And the way she wanted more stuffed animals, people would give her stuff as gifts, or she would get them. And we made her do this one deal, which was for every one stuffed animal you brought in, you had to get rid of 5. So 5 had to be donated. So for every one she brought in, she got rid of 5. And she did that. She did it well. There was a time period where we actually took pictures of her with those stuffed animals that she was getting rid of, because some of them she loved, but she no longer needed anymore in her possession, and she was willing to get rid of them. And so we took photographs, and so those photographs serve as a reminder and serve as a memory trigger, so that, yeah, I had that, but I no longer need to have it in my possession anymore. So think of it that way. Everybody's got smartphones. You can take videos. You can take whatever it is. You can talk about the item, and enjoy it for a moment, and then let it go. Give it to somebody else who will enjoy it even more. So that's one way. And then regularly dust. Regularly pick up those items that you put on a shelf and dust them off. And dust under them, dust the shelves. Touching the items, giving them is giving them love. You're cleaning them, you're cleaning their aura. Same thing, and vacuuming, obviously, it's an area of, it's cleansing. It's just like taking a shower, and that's another way of you clearing your own aura, is take a shower or take a bath. But I will honestly say, taking a shower, allowing that water to go down over you, and just stand there for a little bit, shut your eyes, and imagine all of that water coming down is just washing away any negativity, any negative energy, anything residual energy on you from anything that has occurred, and washing it down the drain. And you're ultimately giving it back to Mother Earth. You're letting Mother Earth have it, and she'll transmute it into positive energy. So just know that water is very cleansing, and if you want to do it that way, or you want to take a bath and you like soaking in a bath, well, then add some, salt is a wonderful aura cleanser. And you can use different soaps or different scents, just know that there's ways to clear your aura that aren't so, as some people would call it, wooey. So not so, out there. But I'm going to share some other ones too that you may like or you may not like. One of them is sage. It is literally, if you haven't heard of it, it's sage like you have in the kitchen. But there's two different types. I believe there's a desert sage and there's a white sage, I think is what they're called. And they might smell a little bit differently, and some people might say one of them smells like marijuana, but some of them, it just depends on which one you get. And some of them come in a bundle or come like on a stalk almost, and you don't have to have that much. If you're just cleansing your aura, you basically need a leaf and light it, blow it out, and just let the smoke go up, and just let that smoke kind of go around you. It's very much the way the Native Americans did it, and other, might be the way that women did it in the past, the way that housewives or the way that learned people would do this to clear their aura. Sweetgrass is another thing that can be helped. It can be burnt. There's different things, and you can get little shell or a little ceramic, something that isn't going to allow the heat to burn your hand when you're holding it. And you can put multiple leaves or multiple different herbs in there that are cleansing herbs. And like I said, sweetgrass is one. There's holy basil is another, sage. You can use different things, juniper berries, different things are good. You can mix them together, and of course, and then burn it, blow it, get rid of the fire, and just let the smoke go up from it. And if you crack one of the windows in your house, preferably one that is, and now I've got to think about this, because if you think of your front door as a starting point, and you're gonna go to the right, okay, you basically are going to, if you have a window that is to a sliding glass door, maybe on a different area of the house, or it could be a window, just crack it a little bit, just to let the smoke go out. You don't need to make it to the point where, you can't breathe because of the smoke. That's ridiculous. Don't do that to yourself. That is not what this is. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to take and either get a fan or use your hand and just kind of fan it. And you're basically going to go and make like a square, like a rectangle. You're going to draw around all the doors, all the windows, all the televisions. You can do all the cell phones, you can do all the pads, the laptops, you can do all of that. You can do like I said, every television, every window, every door. Let the smoke go into every corner, open up every closet, let a little bit of smoke go into each closet. Don't forget the shower, bath, whatever it is. The idea is that you're going to go around in one direction, and as you go, you're going to basically say that only those who have the highest and best interest of those who live here at heart are allowed. All others must leave now. And you have to be firm, and you can say it in your own words, but it's the idea that only those who have the best interest of those who have our best interest at heart can stay. All others must leave now. It's that kind of idea. And what you're doing is you're going around the house, you're going around everything, any areas that could be, a stairway. You're going to do it every single direction. You're going to go everywhere around, like I said, all the televisions, all the different things, all mirrors. Make sure you go around all the mirrors. And when you get done, and if you have multiple floors, follow. When you get to the stairs, go up the stairs, do upstairs, come back down the stairs, and then continue downstairs. And so when you're done, you're going to take that sage out behind the house, whatever. You're going to take it out that exit, whether it's the front door again, whether it's a sliding glass door. You're going to take it outside, and you're going to make sure it is out, that there's no more smoke, that there's no more fire, no more anything. You're going to dig a little hole in the ground, and you're going to put all of those burnt and unburnt pieces that are in that bowl. You're going to put them in the ground, and you're going to put dirt over it and bury it. If you want, you can pour a little water over it to make sure there's absolutely nothing that can cause any flame. Plus, you're burying it in the ground. Again, you're giving all of that back to Mother Earth. You're giving all that energy that could have been absorbed into them. So don't keep them. Don't think, I'm going to hang on to this because they didn't all burn. Get rid of it, okay? Start fresh the next time. And you only need to do this every once in a while. If you need to do this, if you think you need to do this all the time, not right. At the most, just do it every once in a while, and then take one little leaf, like I talked about, one little piece of sage, or take the shower, whatever it is you have to do. Light a candle, sit, put a little bubble around yourself of white light, and get a meditation tape, and maybe I'll put some little meditations up here for you, so that you have that, because it's the idea that you have to realize that you're in control. So you're the one that has that ability to clear your space, to cleanse your aura, to purify all those things, to get rid of anything that you feel is negative. So just know you're in control. That's important when it comes to this. Another thing that you can use is, which I recently have come to love, because my son, who we live with, has a very sensitive nose, and he does not like the smell of sage. So unless he's completely gone for the day, I'm not going to do that, because you have to be understanding of other people that live in your environment too. So be very mindful of others, whether they like the scent or they don't, and if they can tolerate the smoke or they can't. So you have to pay attention to that. You can also get sage oil and mix it with some distilled water and put it in a little spray, like atomizer or whatever it's called, little spray bottle, and you can spray that sage oil, spray it in various places, and let it cleanse the aura by being in the air, just like the smoke goes up into the air. So it's a very similar energy, just maybe not as intense as the smoke. But one of the things I was going to say is that I really love recently is, and I know it's probably limited, and there aren't that, you can't get them that much, but it's called Palo Santo wood. And it smells really good. It comes in little like sticks of wood. And what I've been told is that, and what I do is you basically just light it like you would, you're gonna have to hold it in a flame for a little while and let it catch. And again, blow it out, and you're gonna get a little bit of smoke coming up. And so when you use that and just walk around, and either do it around yourself, around your immediate area, do it on your phone, hold your phone over top of the smoke like that. And, like say this is the wood, and you're just gonna kind of do this. If you have items that you want to smudge, it's the same thing whether you do it with the sage or you do it with the wood. And basically what that's doing is it's release, it's the intention is what I want to get across. It's your intention. It's the same thing as when you clean the environment, whether you're taking the shower, whether you're dusting, it is your intention that is bringing about change. You are the person who is powerful. You are the one who has control. So don't dismiss your ability to do these things. Don't say, well, it has to be someone who's spiritual. No. It has to be someone who believes. Believe this. Believe it 100% that you are capable, that you are the one who has the ability to cleanse your environment, to organize your environment, to clear the air, to clear your spirit, to declutter your mind, to make your mind peaceful, to bring about change in your life. You're the one who has control over these things. And I've got my notebook here, so I'm looking at notes every once in a while. The other things that can help with clearing is and changing the mood in an area, playing music. You know, whatever kind of music you enjoy. If you enjoy dancing, you know, get up and dance. If you just enjoy quiet music, put that on. You know, whether you're just sitting there enjoying it, it's raising your vibration. Just like the cleansing and all the things I've talked about are raising the vibration of the area. They're raising the vibration of yourself. And that can assist. Laughing, having a great time with friends and family. And if you don't have friends and family close, then please put on a video that makes you laugh. If it's little kittens, if it's like me, if it's babies giggling, seriously, babies laughing is one of the best things for me. It just elevates my spirit immediately. So find something you love. If it's playing board games, if it's playing cards, if it's playing solitaire, do it, and do it with abandon. Love it. Laugh. Enjoy a movie. Crying is a release. If you want to watch a romantic, sappy movie, or you want to watch a movie that makes you cry, whatever the situation is, it's cathartic. I believe that's the right word. Releasing the tears. So if you think about it, when you cry, when do you cry? When do people cry? They cry when they're happy, and they cry when they're sad. Joy and sadness will make you cry. Fear. Maybe it's fear that makes you cry. Maybe it's not really sadness. But usually that's what it is. Usually it's some type of sadness that makes you cry. But just know that that is an overwhelmingness of your body. Your body is producing a fluid. It's producing something that it can no longer contain. It's a cleansing. And so the body is releasing. So just know, tears are often, whether for happiness or sadness, whatever it is, it's a sense of cleansing. It's a sense of purifying and clearing. And so whatever it takes, if writing is your way of releasing, if doing videos like I'm doing it's my way, one of my ways I'm discovering of releasing. So whatever it is you need to do, if it's just writing a journal that nobody else sees, that might be your way. That was what I did for years. When you wake up, if you have a dream and you're not quite sure, immediately pick up a pad of paper and write it down. It's getting these things either out, off. If it's talking to a friend, if you can't feel like you can talk to a friend and you can't talk to a psychiatrist or somebody like that who maybe can help you professionally, then at least, you know, write it down, write your thoughts down, you know, somehow release them from yourself, and hopefully your soul will enlighten. Hopefully your soul will feel lighter, and you will feel happier. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I have written down. Again, it's intention. It's action. So when you're cleaning or clearing, pruning, whatever it is you might be doing, you need to know what your intentions are. What are your goals? What is it why are you doing it? Are you doing it because you just want the area to feel better? You know, and some people, it's cleaning their car out. Some people, it might be like myself, I need to clean my glove box. I need to clean this little console right here, but it's sitting next to me. Like, when things start to fill up, don't let them fill up to overflowing. Just go through and prune them back a little bit. It's that breathing room. It's the same thing as taking a breath. When you're in a situation, sometimes the best thing you can do is just breathe. Just, or if you can't do that because you're in a situation with other people and you can't make it that visual, just quietly do it, just like that. Just stop for a moment. Don't say anything. Don't talk to anyone. Just take a breath. Just take a breath. Give yourself that time to think about either how you want to respond, what you want to say, what you want to do. So breathing is an essential way of clearing your aura. It has to do with, again, people have done it with meditation for years. Whether you just sit quietly and shut your eyes, get in a comfortable position and just breathe and just relax your body and allow yourself to just let your thoughts go. I know in previous classes I've taught that one of the things you can do is use like a blackboard or a whiteboard, whatever it is you feel comfortable with, or a window. And basically when thoughts come in, allow them to come in, recognize them, look at them, observe them for a second, and then either pull the shade down or wash the window clean or wipe the board clean. Just, know that you've acknowledged that thought and now you can let it go. And if another thought comes in, same thing. Then once you acknowledge it, let it go. Wipe it off, clear it, whatever it is you have to do, squeegee it, whatever feels comfortable for you. So just know that you have these abilities. Everyone has these abilities, and if you leave comments, if you feel like, you want more, if this is too complicated or you want to know where to get things, trust me, the internet, there's so much out there, and that can be delivered right to your door if you don't have places near you that sell different things like sage or sell different, whatever it is. Just know that God, Creator, whatever you would like to call Him, whether it's Allah, whether it's, the Great Spirit, all that is, I am that I am, just know that that energy of that creative force, and we'll talk again about the fact that there's creative forces that are three ply, basically, 3 parts. So there's always a masculine, a feminine, and a child. There's always a balance in between. There's always that balance. That's the combination of the two almost. It's that center point. So whether it's masculine, feminine, and a center point, it's whatever it is, yin yang symbol, where the line is in between. There's a little bit of, negative and positive, a little positive and negative. Just know that all of these things are true. And I have many videos where I talk about the fact that, a lot of this stuff that was believed to be hocus pocus and, not true and, was looked down upon, is starting to come to the forefront, whether it is scientifically, whether it is medically, whether it is spiritually with investigations happening and instruments being used. Sorry if this is shaking. I just realized that because of the wind, it's shaking the camera a little bit. But I just want you to know that everything is possible, and you are in control of what you want to focus on. And so right now, with this video, the focus is cleansing your aura, clearing your environment. Let's start there, because honestly, that's the most important thing, because it'll lead to everything else being much easier. It'll lead to your life being much more fulfilling. It'll lead to enjoyment, relaxation, joy. It'll just make things a little easier on you when you realize that every time you leave a room, if you do a certain thing, if you move stuff to where it belongs, if you don't just let things go, but take care of them when they happen, you know, and some of that I know you can't do. Trust me. I had 4 kids. My house was a crazy place for a while. I mean, you know, there was always laundry on the couch, piles of folded laundry on the couch. There was laundry to be done on the washer dryer. You know, seriously, I get it. Dishes that weren't washed. I understand that life. I fully understand the life of having too much, of needing to prune it away. So I am giving you my advice. Let's do it. Don't just leave it for years from now, when you're much older and you're still going to enjoy it, but you would have benefited much better. I would have benefited much better had I been able to, or had I taken upon myself to maybe spend the time organizing and doing things instead of doing other things, you know. But then again, it was my life, it was my choices, and it's your life and it's your choices. So you can listen to me, you can take my advice, you can do some of the things I'm suggesting, or you can just say, forget it. I'm not listening to her. I don't care. Maybe I'd like to, but guess what? I don't have the time. I understand. It's your life. You get to pick. You decide whether you want to do any of these things, put any of them in implementation, whether, totally up to you. So, again, I love all of you, and all is well.